Hey folks, here we are. We're back and haven't been on here for a while, but I just wanted to share some of the inspirational things that I have found in setting dice and throwing dice. And the more I watch Bone Thrower and George CY and some of these guys, what I'm realizing is that they rotate the way they throw the dice. And I think that is really the biggest thing that we're talking about. So if I'm looking at the dice and I say, okay, one of the ways I'm going to throw the dice is like this. So I'm going to throw the dice that way. And that's one method. Another way to throw the dice is to throw them straight like this to the end. And what I have been doing recently is mixing them up. Another way is the underhand throw that's like that with a high loft and doing that. And then another way to throw them is to stack them, you know, and I keep seeing Bone Thrower trying these things out. So we're stacking the dice on top of one another and throwing them that way. So that's another way to do it. In addition to that, if I stack them, I can also spin them. So when I'm throwing them, I'm spinning them at the same time and doing that. And I have been able to get an SOR at 12, 11, 12, 13, 14 consistently. And that's what we're going to do tonight. So we're going to start out and whether I put money all the way across the numbers or I just use numbers that are the 6 and the 8 and then the 5 and the 9. So what we're going to do is we're going to come out roll. So we're going to start and then we're going to come out roll. So we're going to use 5, 2, 4, 3, and I write them down. So I have 4, 3, and I have the front, which is 5, 2. And I'm going to start with a traditional row, a traditional toss, and just float them down to the end right there. So there's a 6. So our point is a 6 coming out of that throw. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bet. I'm going to put 25 on the 6 and the 8, 5 on each one, and I'm going to put 10 on each, the 5 and the 9 is going to be the thing. So I'm going to start now. So I've got a 5 and a 1. That's what came back as the 6. And so I'm going to use that as a set. So I got a 5 and a 1. I got a 4 and a 6. So 5 and a 1, a 6 and a 4 on the front. And I'm going to use that same toss. And so I got a 4. Two, 2. So now we're going to take that and we're going to throw that because I keep track of when I do a throw. And in my book, you'll see when I write them down, I'll share you my book. You can see when I throw a 7, I write down what the set was that generated the 7. And I have been doing that lately. There's another page there with sets that yielded a 7. And so I'm trying to build up an inventory of what caused the 7. So it becomes a set that I want to avoid. So we're going to throw the 2, 2, drop it right on. So there's the 9. So it was the 2, 2, it yielded a 9. So I got a 9. So that gives me my first score. So there's 15. So I'm going to add 5 there, 5 there. And we're going to put a 5 in. So we added a little bit more press on that. So I got a 3 and a 6. And on the front is a 1 and a 4. And there's a 5. So there's my second score. So I have a 5 and I've got 15 on it. So I get 15 and after that and 7. So that's 22. 20, 22. So what we're going to do is we're going to put on the 8, and we're going to press the 6, and I have to add 2 aces on there. Going to add those onto there. So now we got a 4 and a 1, 2 and a 3 on that side. And there's the 3 and the 6 again. So I'm going to go back to the 3 and the 6. 3 and the 6. The front of the 6 is a 4. The front of the 3 is a 5. And there's a 5 back. So that's my third score, 9, 9, 5, 5. There's another 5. So that gives me another 22. 22 for there. So now what I'm going to do, I've had 3 scores, so I'm taking down. I'm taking bets down. And what we're going to do is we're going to go down on $10 table. We're going to go down to the minimum bet on the $10 table and take our money off the table. So I have 3 scores. We made a little bit of money and I took the profit off the table. The buy-in was $500. So now there's the 3 and the 2, and that's what I'm going to throw. So I got a 3 and a 2, and it's a 2 and a 3 on the front. Now I'm going to change my throw. I'm going to throw straight line now. And there's a 5 back, another 5. So I'm changing my throw. We're going to go to the 2 and the 3. 2 and 3, 5 on the front and a 6 on the front. And we're throwing straight line now. We've changed our toss. We're throwing straight line. And there's a 4. One and 3. 1 and 3. We got a 5 and a 5 on the front. And there's a 3 back. Three back. And we're going to throw a 2 and a 1. 2 and a 1. So we got a 4 and a 6 on the front. And there's a 5. Six and 2. So we're going to change the roll, go to 6 and a 2 with a 3 and a 6 on the front. And there's a 12. Boxcars. Six and 6. So we're going to throw them. 6 and 6. We got a 2 and a 3 on the front. Again, I'm throwing straight line right now. And I'm landing it right in front. So there is an 8. So we got a 2 and a 6. So we have an 8. So that gives us 14. And I'm going to press the 8. So we're gonna do the stack now. We're gonna stack the 8. Two and 6. 2 and 6 and a 5 and a 3. So you get the idea of what I'm doing. I want them dice to land right in the middle. So there's a 10. 10 easy. 4 and a 6. And I don't like that. See, there's a 7 on the front and a 2 and a 5. So I'm going to turn the dice around And I'm going to go the other direction and put 2 and 2, and we got 4 and a 6. So we got a 4 and a 6 and a 2 and a 2 on the front. And I'm going to go back to a traditional throw. And there's a 3. There's a 3. 2 and a 1. 2 and a 1, and we have a 6 and a 5 on the front. 2, 1, 6, 5. There it is. 2, 1, 6, 5 on the front. Now we're back to a traditional toss. We want to land right on the end of the table, and there's a 6. So we have another score on the 6. So we pick up 14 there, and I'm going to press the 6. So we're basically now playing with casino money. So we have a 5 and a 1 and a 2 and a 1 under it in the front. Back to a traditional toss. And there's snake eyes. So there's a 2. If I only got 2 up here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the field. I'm going to add the field. We're going to go back to the 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 6 underneath on the front. Little flower, bad throw, and we got a 9. We have a 9. So we got a score here. So we're going to add the 9 over there. Now, right now, I'm on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 rolls, and I'm way over. So what I'm going to do is I'm taking down all the extra bets. We're going down to the minimum bets, take everything back off the table. But right now with 16 rolls, take all that off the table. And we're going to keep rolling. So we're going to throw a 4 and a 5 set, 2 and a 1 in front. Back to traditional roll, traditional throw. Right there, right at the end of the table. And there's a 6. So that's another score. 10 and 4. So we're gonna go to the 9. We're gonna start spreading out different numbers. We got a 3 and a 3. Now I don't like the 3 and the 3 because now 2 or 3 times I've turned that 3 and 3, and it ended up being a 7. But we're gonna throw 3, 3, 2, and 6. Typical throw into the table, and we got a 4. 4. We're going to go back to the field again, and we're going to throw the 2, 2, 2, 2, 4, 4. Hard legs. And there's an 11. So 11 gives us another pay in the field. So we got 2 in the field. We're going to go to the 5. Now there's the 5 and the 6. 5, 6. And I have a 1 and a 5 on the front. See it there? So there's a 6 and a 5, 6, and a 1 and a 5 on the front. Bad throw, but I got an 8. Another score. So there's 10 and 14. So what we're going to do is we're going to add onto the 9 and the 5 and put those away. So we're going to trade in some red for some green. So we've got, that was an 8 that time, and now we're gonna go. We're gonna roll them around. So we got a 4 and a 5, 4 and a 5, and a 6 and a 4 on the front. See it there? 4, 5, 6, and 4 on the front. I'm gonna go back to the straight line now. We're throwing in the straight line. And there's the 7 out. It was inevitable, but there it is. 7 out. But we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 21 throws. And there it is. So this is what I've been doing, and it's just mixing it up. And it doesn't work every time, but I'm finding more and more comfort in it, in what's going on. So that's all I got for tonight. I just wanted to jump in here and share with you. But we got, on the verge of a monster roll with 21 rolls. So God bless you all. We'll see you again here next time.